Well, I'm going to make this really quick, and I don't really want to edit it, so this is why I'm going live. So I did get my appointment done with my neurosurgeon, and let me tell you, I have never been so insulted and angry since in years. The last time I've ever had such an insulting doctor's appointment was when I went to a doctor right before my regular primary doctor and heard you're too young to have so many problems and that they didn't believe in what I had. So that was fun and just rude. And so when I get there, Louis was amazing. And but I get there, quickly get in, good job. And then the doctor comes in and immediately insults the people who did my MRI. And we're going to stop there. So I was adopted, and my adopted mother, who I absolutely hate due to the abuse that she did to me and the medical neglect that she refused to give me, she was into imaging, all right? So I read her books, I read her x-rays, I learned how to do all this stuff on a very cold winter night in Iowa. So it's like, I'm not stupid when it comes to looking at all of these images. This MRI, I understand why they were so excited about it, because it was better than my own photography. It was crisp, it was clear. There is no doubt that it was a really good MRI. Like, he's flipping through the scan, right? And I'm watching my brain go, woo, just like they do in the movies and TV shows. And I'm like trying to keep up with it. And this is a very good MRI. So he's then insults them, says they can't even freaking measure correctly. This isn't 7 millimeters, this is 4 millimeters, which puts me 1 millimeter below the possibility even talk to somebody. So you have to be 5 millimeters before they even take you seriously. So he puts me one below. Okay, so I lose 3 millimeters magically. So now I don't even meet the criteria of even getting looked at. So I'm like, so I asked him, and so we start going through it. He does a quick examination. He starts asking me questions. So, what else is it like? And I'm like, there's so much, right? All the things I've been trying to get to them so they can see this has been a long progression of issues. They didn't get it. So they only have since 2018 medical, even though I signed for every place I could think of. It's like, just put it in one file and send it to them. We need to show that this is a very long progressive issue, right? Never got it. He goes, yeah, you've had this since you were a child. It's like, yeah, duh. Like, dear God, you're preaching. It's like all the basic information he just kept repeating. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I did my homework, right? I know. I even joined support groups. I've been listening. I've been checking off all of these weird things that happened to me since I was a child, right? So yeah, it's Chiari. And so I started telling him other things that I have noticed. He goes, yeah, that sounds just like Chiari. But I don't think it's Chiari that's causing your symptoms. And I'm like, okay, wait, what? You say everything I've been going through sounds just like Chiari, but you don't think it's the Chiari causing it. Then what the fuck is it, right? Like, I'm pissed because I'm getting insulted after the MRI slamming of the MRI crew. And he's like, well, he ignores it. He goes, we're just going to refer you to a neurologist. I was like, wait a minute. The neurologist in the referral from my doctor states we cannot help her. There's nothing we can do for her. And you're going to send me back to them. Make this make sense. They said they couldn't help me. That's why I came to you. He shrugs. Yeah, we're going to set you up with a neurologist. And I'm like, why? What can they do when they already said they can't help me? So all of this could have been said over the phone. Okay. We used gas I didn't have. I used money I didn't have. I was in pain that I didn't need to have, all to be told that could be said over a phone. I'm ticked, right? So the neurologist calls me up yesterday and is like, we want an appointment. I'm like, I have questions. Why are they sending me to you? What is going on that they need to send me to you? After 5 minutes, she finally pulls out my stuff and goes, oh, for headaches. I'm like, this is not headaches. This is visual changes. This is me acting and talking like I'm drunk when I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. Okay. I might smoke a little, but other than that, I don't drink. Okay. That's it. I even cut back on my sugar. Like, I love sugar. I love it a lot. But I even cut back on that, right? Because I'm trying to be healthy. I teach Kung Fu, so I'm active. That's my physical therapy, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing everything on my side to deal with all these crappy ass weird symptoms. And all he's sending me there to is for headaches. I feel like I've been medically gaslit. I really, really do. Like, I don't use that term very lightly, but I feel like I have been medically gaslit by a neurosurgeon, and it's just insane. So on the 3rd, I said I'm not making an appointment until I talk to my regular doctor, which will be October 3rd. I will talk to her about this because I'm done. I have been under every kind of freaking testing. I've had blood draws. I've had organs removed. I've been put into tubes. I've had tubes down my throat, up my butt, trying to figure out all kinds of things. I even had vaginal therapies, which is really awkward and very embarrassingly intimate. I've had those done. I'm tired of being a guinea pig. I know they shoved me on pills and I've been a guinea pig for this because when you get samples, okay, when the doctors give you samples, you're the guinea pig, okay? When they hand you samples of medications, you're the next guinea pig in the line of their studies. Don't think I'm not wrong about this because I'm not. It's true. I grew up in a medical family. I heard what these samples were, and I quite enjoyed it. So, like Aveeno, right? Used to go to a doctor's office as samples because they were trying to help with skin issues. That's how Aveeno came about. You want to know how I know? Because I used all of their samples and I loved them. Sometimes the samples are good. Other times it's like the urine doctor for my bladder sent me on these packet samples. And guess what? Some of that medication now is being sued for eye vision issues. Luckily, I quit it very, very early because, like, this is hurting my eyes. I feel eye pressure and it's not even helping me pee. I'm just really ticked if you haven't noticed. And my allergies are kicking my butt. So I'm ticked. I am so ticked and exhausted and frustrated. I'm sick and tired of being a guinea pig. I'm sick and tired of being a test dummy. I am a human being, and the attitude and the snottiness that came from that doctor, like, I'm scared. Like, things are getting worse. Well, what brought you in here? Because things are getting worse. They thought it might, like, we were testing for MS of all things. And instead, we finally, 5 inches from me to my screen right now, 5 inches staring at my brain, sticking out of my skull. And he's trying to tell me that is not causing my issues. Okay, then what else is it? Because I have been tested for everything. What else is there? Oh my goodness. If you're going through this, find yourself a medical advocate. Legally, they have to give you one. I have an advocate that's willing. It's a different type of advocate, but she's still willing to come with me and help me out, and which is wonderful. So I probably will take her up on that down the road. At this point, I have done nothing but cry my eyes out and scream because I'm so frustrated and so exhausted. So if you're going through this, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry if you have similar issues like I am trying to be heard out, and I'm frustrated. Like I've been trying to figure out why I am the way I am for over 20 years. I'm exhausted. I told my doctor in an email, I was like, you have every test you need. No more tests. I'm done. use the information you have and figure it out, because I cannot sit there and do this anymore. I'm exhausted. So when I was 23, I kept bleeding all over the place, right? And I was like, I want a hysterectomy. No, you're too young. Why? Because us women are only good for incubators. That's the only thing we're good. See, but I had my tubes tied already, because thankfully Pennsylvania respects women's rights to choose if they would like to have their tubes tied or not, unlike Iowa, where I have to have my husband's permission or so many children by the age of 21, right? We are nothing but incubators to the system. It's insulting. A dude can go in, it's like, I need my nuts clipped. I'll see you next week. I want to sit there and get my tubes clipped? So many children, husband's permission, blah, blah, blah. So I had to write a 3-page note to the Henry County Hospital explaining, yes, I understand all the repercussions. Clearly, I don't want any more kids because I already clipped my tubes. Take it out or I will. I was not happy. Finally, February 15th, bye. I had to fight for my medical rights at the age of 23 just so I can be respected. Then I had a breast cancer scare. My right boob, they put a clip in there. Swooey can find it. That clip caused me so many issues, and I finally had enough. Middle of Kung Fu class, I'm like, in front of guys, a whole room of guys. How appropriate and embarrassing can this be? I'm like this, I'm like, it hurt so bad. Finally, I get in my car. I'm in tears because I couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, this has got to come out. 6 doctors later and one snooty nurse like, this shouldn't even hurt you. It's smaller than the biopsy that we took. I was like, perfect. Stick the needle back in there and suck the stupid clip out. How hard is that? 6 and then like the one, and finally the 5th doctor's like, that sounds kind of reasonable. Let me talk to an x-ray technician and we'll try to work on that. I'm like, are you for real? 6 doctors later, guess who was right about the booby clip? Goodness gracious. And now I'm fighting again. I don't have the energy. I'm trying to write 2 novels. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel going. I'm trying to train my dog. I'm trying to sit there and do all these important things and teaching Kung Fu to a bunch of kids who have ADHD, which let me tell you, that will keep you on your toes. I'm ticked. That's why I'm rattling. And I don't have it. I just don't have it anymore. I'm exhausted. And I've asked my doctor to take over the fight for a while so I can at least rest up because I'm drained. I look exhausted. Look at me. I look tired. I look back even a few years ago before the pandemic hit. I did not look this tired. I'm so drained. So it's going to be left up to her now. So this is where I'm at in my Chiari journey. I am frustrated. I'm exhausted. I am worn out. And I'm tired of just fighting for my own right to be healthy. I'm done. I'm just done fighting. I'm going to let her take over the fight for a while, and so I can rest up and just focus on other important things. Yeah. Oh, no, other important things. Like my Louie Lou. Come here, puppy. Like my Louie Lou. Look at this. He's so stinking cute. Oh, no. Look at this thing. Good boy. I just keep doing what I'm doing. So that's why I haven't been posting a lot lately, and that is why I have been the way I've been. So this is the update. I'm angry, ticked, and just insulted, and I feel stupid. That's what I told my doctor. I feel stupid. Make this make sense because I feel stupid. So if you're going through this and you're going through the same kind of craziness, I am sorry. I'm so sorry. Watch the cord, baby. So anyways, that's it. That's my Chiari update. I was so upset. I didn't even go to seeing open mic. I didn't even hang out with my buddy Rue for very long. I was just so upset. It's like, I'm going home. And that's all I did is bawled all the way home. And then I bawled for the next 3 hours when I got home, refused to talk to anybody. And then finally, my friend Jess, who's also a wonderful writer, she finally went public about us writing books together, which is amazingly cool. And she helped me through the rest of the night. We just worked on our books, and that helped. That helped get me not to bawl my eyes out. So, yeah. So with that, guys, I'll keep you slowly updated. It's not going to be as many updates for this particular playlist because it's just not a lot of updates to have. But with that, that's it. That's pretty much it. So if you're going through this, hugs. If you got better doctors, thank God. But I'm going to start my day, and I am going to just go clean and work on some artwork and wash my skin, honey. And then just continue like I'm perfectly okay, like I do. Like all these weird pains and all of those weird symptoms are perfectly normal when they're not. And I'm going to pretend and I'm fine, like I always do, and just get shit done. So that's where I'm at, guys. So hugs and loves and bows, and I'll catch you up on the next art piece and things like that. So peace.